Welcome, everyone. We're so glad you're here with us. We're offering this short practice of gentle movement, breathing, mindfulness, and a little bit of live music in hopes that it will bring you a sense of focus, strength, and softness as we move through this intense and important moment in time. Perhaps you can use this practice as a pause to gather up strength, bring calm into your day. And you can access this practice through November 8th. So you can practice and watch it anytime you like, as many times as you like between now and then. We'll begin with a reading by James Davis. So find a comfortable position to sit, even in a chair if that's good for you. Soften your jaw, your shoulders, and perhaps close your eyes or look down. Our mind is inherently calm in its most natural state. Our mind is like the bright blue sky when we're born. It's like a blank canvas for a painting. But instead of paints being spread across the blank canvas, we have thoughts, emotions, feelings, and all that we've experienced on that mental canvas. Through mindfulness meditation, we can train the mind to realize its own freedom, its own inner calm, and to bring us back to our natural state, the beautiful, vast canvas of our minds. The clear blue sky of our mind that stretches infinitely into the distance is always there. However, we tend to forget this truth as we get caught up in the inner and outer trials and tribulations of life. Instead of just a few fluffy clouds in the blue sky of our minds, we get drops of rain. Sometimes we get pouring rain. Other times there's so much thunder and lightning, so many dark clouds that we can no longer see the bright blue sky that is always present. Meditation helps us get out of the mental fog. It gives us the power and it allows us to let go so that we can weather the storm until we finally remember what was there all along, that bright blue, beautiful sky.
And now I invite you to please have 2 blocks and a blanket available to you. We're going to lie down on our backs for a pose called twisted roots. You can have your blanket under your head and a block on either side of your mat. And very slowly, we're going to lie down, resting our backs on the earth with our feet planted and rooted down into the earth. Our knees are bent. Take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, allow the back body to melt into the ground. And then go ahead and bring your right leg up and cross it over, right thigh over left thigh. Slide your arms out. And we're just going to simply roll over the left hip. And then the inner right knee can land on a block or a bolster. And once you feel settled and comfortable in this pose, close your eyes, softening where you can, and just following the breath as you breathe in, noticing what shape shifts and moves with each inhalation. And as you breathe out, an opportunity to wring out the body in this twist and to let go of what no longer serves you. Just enjoying the breath, following your natural breath, observing any body sensations that arise, and letting go. And now squeeze the inner thighs together and very slowly rock the knees up and step onto the left foot, unraveling the legs. Place the right foot on the mat as well. And then just simply windshield wiper the knees to the right and to the left. And as the knees fall to the right, turn your gaze to the left. And as the knees fall to the left, turn your gaze to the right. Releasing and letting go of any low back tension. And now stepping into both feet and crossing left thigh over right and rolling over the right hip so that the left inner knee lands on your block or bolster. Palms are facing the sky. And then closing your eyes and observing any body sensations that arise. And taking this opportunity in this pose to let go of extra or added or unneeded tension, strain, and stress. Just let that go. Follow the breath. And now squeezing inner thighs and stepping on the right foot, unraveling the legs. Let's hug knees in, roll over onto one side in dreaming child's pose. Take a breath in, and on your exhalation, press into the earth and come on up to a seated position. I'm going to sit on my bolster. Please feel free to sit on blocks, blanket, or bolster. So I'm going to teach you a mudra today called Adi Mudra. In Sanskrit, Adi means first or primal, and it's used to relax and calm the nervous system and to remove fears and worries from the mind thoughts. So hold your hands up in stop sign and curl your thumbs in towards your palms, and now folding your fingers over your thumbs. And then let's place our hands right on the center of the navel in the Manipura chakra, where the energetic point holds feelings of power, determination, and inner strength. Manipura chakra. And I invite you now to have a soft gaze or eyes closed. And we'll practice extending the exhalation breath. So first, just notice and observe your natural inhalation and count that inhalation. Maybe you're breathing into the count of 3, maybe to the count of 4. Just observe. And as we continue to hold Adi Mudra, which evokes a sense of calmness, contentment, and peace, let's practice extending our exhalation. So if you breathed into the count of 3, breathe out to the count of 4 or 5. So breathing in, and then as you exhale, lengthening and extending the exhalation. Close eyes and practice this pranayama. And after your next exhalation, please release Adi Mudra. Find your natural breath pattern.
Now let's sit silently for a few minutes and meditate. Sit comfortably, lower the eyes, and keep returning to the breath as you sit in relative silence for 3 minutes. Breathing in finding peace within, breathing in, breathing out, finding peace within. Shanti, Shanti Om. Shanti, Shanti Om. Breathing in, breathing out, finding peace within, breathing in, breathing out, finding peace within. Shanti, Shanti Om. Shanti, Shanti Om. Breathing in, breathing out, finding peace within, finding peace within.
And now we're going to do a Qigong exercise called knocking on the door of light. And for this exercise, we'll be standing up. So take your time and please join me standing up. Fix my computer screen. And we're going to make soft fists with our hands and bring our arms behind us and gently tap right, left, all around the low back and up towards the kidneys and tap, tap, tap back down. So alternating fists and gently tapping up and down around the sacrum and the low back, and then paying special attention to the kidney area. Tapping and bringing that small, gentle tapping or pounding all the way down towards the low back. So as we do this, I want you to think of this idea of releasing stuck and stagnant energy in the body, as well as energizing the body. And now go ahead and open your hands and place your palms right above the kidneys and just rub up and down. So the kidneys are an organ that really appreciate and love warmth. So just rubbing up and down, preparing ourselves for knocking on the door of life Qigong exercise. And now let's widen our stance so that our feet are a little wider than hip distance apart. Relax your arms by your sides and soften your knees. I want you to really root down into the soles of the feet, and we're just going to practice twisting from right to left. So just imagine that your arms are those empty coat sleeves that we practiced in class, and we're just twisting right to left to begin with. But in this exercise, the heels stay planted on the mat. And then start to look from right to left. And then a little more energy in the arms. And now begin to make contact with the body. So the front of each hip gets a little soft, gentle thwack, if you will, with an open palm. And now working our way from the navel all the way up towards the ribs. Side to side, twisting right to left, making that contact. You can have soft fists or open palms. And then back down towards the low back. And now keeping that back hand on the low back area, the front hand is going to tap under each shoulder. So under the collarbone, the chest gets a little bit of attention here, some stimulation, as does the low back. And we're still twisting right to left, a little bit of stimulation, circulation, energy is being built. Now I want you to make sure that your hands are open and not in fists as we tap the top of each shoulder. So the back hand is tapping the sacrum, the back of the pelvis, and the front hand is tapping the opposite top of the shoulder. And if you can, if you find the coordination all right, keeping up with that twist. If that's too challenging, just soften the knees, look straight ahead, and get the coordination of the arms. And then slowly, after you feel that you've had enough energy being stimulated up and down the spine, come back to those empty coat sleeves, twisting, and then allow this side-to-side motion to slow down and stop on its own accord. And then let's come into standing mountain pose, but with soft knees, soft shoulders, wrists, and close your eyes and just notice how you feel after practicing knocking on the door of life. And please open your eyes, and we're going to come down into a seated forward fold. So we're going to be sitting on your bolster or blanket fold. And let's bring the soles of the feet together in diamond pose. And please have a block available to you. So I'm sitting up on a blanket fold. I'm sitting on the edge of the blanket, and the soles of my feet are together and my knees are open. And I'm going to take my block and rest the block on my feet. And take a deep breath in, and as you exhale, with a hip hinge, we're going to come forward into a forward fold, and some of us might need 2 blocks. If that's the case, stack your blocks and just hold the blocks together and tip the blocks towards your forehead. So let's start again. Take a deep breath in. With a hip hinge, start to come into your forward fold, and then just rest your forehead on 1 or 2 blocks. Finding your most comfortable forward fold in diamond pose, and releasing and letting go any gripping you might be feeling in the outer hips or in the low back. Letting go. Breathing up and down the back of the spine. With your next inhalation, start to come out of your forward fold, helping yourself up, walking your hands up your legs. Extend the legs out, give them a shake, and then find a comfortable seat.
So now we're going to do a breath called Nadi Shodhana. And what it means is Nadi is the channel, like the channels of your nose going up and down. And Shodhana means purification. So Nadi Shodhana is a purifying breath. And you can also think of it as kind of a yin yang, sun moon, male, female, balancing things out. So we do naturally breathe through different nostrils during the day without even realizing it. But it's good to take some time to consciously do that. And so I will explain how to do it first, and then we'll do it together. And whenever you do a breath work like this, you want to stay seated or lie down afterwards and not, get up quickly. So we're going to take our pointer and our middle finger and put it down in our palm. Now, you don't have to do this if it's uncomfortable. Basically, you're using your thumb and your ring finger. And we're going to close off alternate nostrils, but in a certain way, in a certain pattern. So listen, and you can try it with me, but we'll officially start after I explain. So bring your thumb to your one nostril, breathe in through the other, close off that nostril, breathe out through the opposite, and then always breathe in through the one you just breathed out of. So breathe back in, cover it up, breathe out the other nostril, and breathe in the same nostril. Cover it up and breathe out the opposite. So hopefully you get the idea. And when we do it, we'll do it just a few times, maybe 4 or 5 rounds, and we'll do it slowly, and I'll lead you through it. And then we'll just bring both hands down and take a few long, deep breaths to balance things out. So take a deep breath now and let it go. And bring your thumb to one nostril and breathe in the opposite. Long, deep breath. Cover up that nostril and breathe out the other side. Breathe back in that same side. Cover up the nostril, breathe out the other side, perhaps lowering your eyes. Breathe back in the same side. Cover it and breathe out the other side. Breathe in the same side. Cover it and breathe out the other. I'm going to let you continue on your own for a couple more rounds. Finish up wherever you are. When you exhale next time, bring the hands down, pointer and thumb together, palms up. Take a couple of long, deep, full breaths. And now, keeping that meditative feeling right now, we'll move into meditation. We're going to do a meditation based on nature that many of us have done before, and it's fine even if you've never done it before. So often when we're in nature is when we feel best. We feel open, spaciousness, enjoying the beauty, and perhaps feeling peaceful and calm. So as we do this meditation, I'll ask you to breathe in, and then I'll ask you to breathe out. When we breathe out, be sure to just allow your breath to be natural for a bit while I speak. Don't try to hold it out. So there's 4 hand movements with this meditation. First, bringing the palms together. Keep the thumbs and pinkies together and open up the other fingers like a flower. Relax your shoulders. Perhaps bring your thumbs towards your chest. This is the flower. So when I talk about the flower, you keep this hand position until I move to the next piece of nature, and that will be mountain. When I say mountain, bring your hands to your lap, your thighs, and feel that sense of strength, the solid foundation, mountain. And next, we'll bring our palms one over the other, facing up in our lap for still water. So imagining that still water, the palms facing up in your lap. And finally, we'll bring our palms up towards the sky, letting our shoulders and elbows relax by our side. And that is spacious sky, imagining that beautiful spaciousness above you. So now, relaxing your hands in your lap, take a deep breath in and let it out. And listen to my words and follow along as best as you can. And perhaps you can even keep your hands still if you don't want to do the movement. So whatever works for you today, just find that sense of focus, mindfulness, and calm. One more breath in. Let it go. Breathing in, I see myself as a flower. Breathing out, I feel alive and colorful. Breathe naturally. Breathing in, I see myself as a mountain. Breathing out, I feel strong and brave. Breathing in, I see myself as still water. Breathing out, I feel my calm reflection. Breathing in, I see myself as spacious sky. Breathing out, I feel free and open. I see myself as a flower. I see myself as a mountain. I see myself as still water. I see myself as spacious sky. And now, relaxing your hands wherever it's comfortable, take a moment to visualize perhaps all of those parts of nature, or perhaps just one that you really connect with. And imagine yourself in this beautiful place, feeling calm and peaceful, and enjoy a few moments of quiet. Back to the breath, back to your center. Continue a few more moments of quiet contemplation. Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I've heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you dare to dream really do come true. Someday I wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, somewhere over the rainbow. Birds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh why can't I? And listening, I'd like to read a poem to you by Dana Faulds called Just for Now. Just for now, without asking how, let yourself sink into stillness. Just for now, lay down the weight you so patiently bear upon your shoulders. Feel the earth receive you, and the infinite expanse of the sky grow even wider as your awareness reaches up to meet it. Just for now, allow a wave of breath to enliven your experience. Breathe out whatever blocks you from the truth. Just for now, be boundless, free, with awakened energy tingling in your hands and feet. Drink in the possibility of being who and what you really are. So fully alive that the world looks different, newly born and vibrant. Just for now.
And we'll open our eyes now and get ready to come into a wonderful restorative pose called butterfly or Supta Baddha Konasana. So go ahead and take a blanket roll or your bolster and place it in the center of the mat. Have 2 blocks available to you. And then what I like to do is to take a blanket and just drape it over the top of the bolster for a little lift for my head. You're going to want 1 block on either side of the mat. And then make a fist and make sure that you have at least 1, maybe 2 fists in between your spine and the bolster. So we give our low back a little breathing room. And we're going to very slowly drape each vertebra down onto the bolster, setting that blanket so that our head has a little lift, lying back over the bolster. And then we'll slide the feet in, bring the soles of the feet together, allowing the knees to gently open to the right and to the left. And this is where the blocks come in handy. So I like to place the blocks under the thighs so that I'm not overstretching the inner thigh muscles here. Allowing the legs to rest on the props, making sure your head and neck feel fully supported and that your low back feels very comfortable. If the low back feels like this is too much of an extension or too much of an arch, lift the hips up, sweep the tailbone towards the back of the thighs, and then lower it down and see if that gives you a little more breathing room for the low back. Now arms out to the side, palms facing the sky. And close your eyes and just enjoy the support of the bolster, blanket, and blocks. And feeling into this gentle opening, like a flower opening, each petal, reaching towards the sun, and then unfurling. And ask yourself if you can soften into the bolster with the back body. So relaxing and letting go, and feeling a sense of spaciousness in the front body. Soften your jaw, space between the brows, fronts of shoulders. And each finger completely softens and curls in towards the palms. And let the breath here, which is completely unobstructed, let the breath be full. And at the same time, sense of ease with the breath. Place your hands on your outer thighs and help the knees to come upright as we stand on both feet. Move the blocks out of the way and very mindfully and carefully roll off the props, coming into Dreaming Child's pose for a full breath round. Press into the earth and help yourself all the way back up to a seated position. sitting up on blocks, blanket, or bolster once again, finding a comfortable meditation seat.
Now we're going to practice breath of fire, also known as Kapalabhati breath, and it's an energizing breath. So I'm going to do it first, and then we'll do it together. And generally speaking, it's more about the exhale on the breath of fire. And you just naturally inhale a little bit. You don't really deeply inhale. So I'm going to begin by putting a hand over my belly and take a deep breath in to start. And then my breath is already out, and I'm going to breathe out through the nose, pulling my belly in a bit. So like this. So I'm really focusing on the exhale. The inhale just happens naturally and it's short. So it's kind of a quick, short breath. And again, to remind you, when you do breath work like this, always either stay seated afterwards or lie down. It's best to do that and not stand up after you do the breath work. So I'm going to show you one more time and then we'll do it together. Okay, so now bring one hand over your belly, take a deep breath in, let the breath out, and then begin. Inhale deeply, hold it a bit, let it out. Bring both hands to your knees, close the eyes, and breathe naturally. Then we're going to do it one more time. And to balance out, use the other hand on your belly. Take a deep breath in, let it out, and begin. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Bring both hands to your knees or in your lap. Close your eyes. Breathe naturally. And we'll meditate for just a couple of minutes silently. Let that breath integrate into your body, energize you, and perhaps feel a wave of calm and peace as you sit. Practice meditation as an act of love, a deep, warm friendship to yourself. Not to fix yourself, not to improve yourself or redeem yourself. In this way, there's no longer any need for the subtle aggression of self-improvement, for the endless guilt of not doing enough. It offers the possibility of an end to the ceaseless round of trying so hard that wraps so many of us in a knot. Instead, there is now meditation as an act of love. How endlessly delightful and encouraging. And that is by Bob Sharple. Now honor yourself for taking the time to bring some quiet and calm into your day. And mindfully find your way onto your back for a little relaxation on your back to end our practice together. Once you come down on your back, perhaps find something to make yourself comfortable, perhaps a blanket folded under your head or something under your knees. And just take a moment to scan the body and see, where can I soften? Especially around the jaw, shoulders, and neck, the arms and legs, lower back and hips. And once you find a comfortable position, let your breath be natural. Nothing to do. Just enjoying a few moments of relaxation and stillness. Kind friends all gather round. There's something I would say. What brings us together here is a gift to us today. Love has made a circle that holds us all inside. Strangers are as family, and loneliness can't hide. You must give yourself to love. If love is what you're after, open up your heart to tears and laughter, and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. I've walked these mountains in the rain. I've learned to love the wind. I've been up before the sunrise to watch the day begin. I always knew I'd find it, though I never did know how. Like sunshine on a cloudy day, it stands before me now. So give yourself to love. If love is what you're after, open up your heart to tears and laughter, and give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. Give yourself to love. And now take a deeper breath. Come back to this moment, to your center. Notice the earth supporting you and the air around you. And when you're ready, begin to bring some movement into your limbs, wiggling fingers and toes, rotating wrists and ankles. And take a deep stretch, bringing the arms up and back and the toes forward, and take a deep breath. And make your way onto your side, dreaming child's pose, bending the knees and resting your head for a moment. Coming back to your heart, feeling that sense of calm and clarity, knowing that you've put your time in to find your center, to practice calm, to practice clarity, to stretch your body, and to be prepared for what is to come. Push yourself up to a comfortable seat and bring your palms one over the other at your heart center. I'm going to read just a short quote by the Buddha, and he says, "Listen, and you can hear the calm beneath the waves. Listen, and you can hear the calm beneath the waves." And as we close, may we live together in good health and strength. May we be able to call on the tools that we practice today and others that we know to help us through these challenging days. May we know that community is here to support us. And may we live together for peace and in peace. I honor your strength and your beauty. Namaste. And thank you so much for being here today with us. And may you be well.